Welcome back, fam. So today we're going to be going over the newer layout of my arcade in my garage all the way to the inside of my game room. Now you're going to notice that my big red is gone. Yes, that's right, it's gone. And a part of me is very sad about that, but I'm also very excited because I had the privilege to be able to finally get an HS-5. Now, I was able to take all of the original stuff on this, clean it, and restore it to fully working. The marquee light was snipped, I just rewired it, and basically took apart the entire control panel and cleaned it and put it back together. As you can see, the 4 slot works great, and I have these 4 games in there: Samurai Showdown, Puzzle Bobble aka Bust-A-Move, and Neo Turf Masters and Metal Slug 5. Overall, this thing is amazing, and the bezel is actually glass, like actual glass. The whole thing just feels great. It's a little bit worn, but I love that about it. I just cleaned it up enough to make it not feel like it was a complete piece of junk. But there's a fresh coat of paint on the kick panel and the coin protection mechanism. Now over here is the Fast and Furious. And you guys have seen me go over this one before, but it's a really awesome cab. So basically, I was able to trade my big red for this one, the HS-5, and I'm also getting another bonus mystery cab. Now, I'm pretty sure it's either an HS2 or an HS5, but I haven't actually seen it. Anyways, my garage collection is really cool. It's definitely like an overflow, but I can't stop it. So with that being said, I have to say I'm very happy with what I have in here right now. And I'm glad I didn't have to fully give up my Neo Geo. So let's go ahead and move to the inside of the house and see what we can find in there. Here you're gonna see all of my new wave toys and mini arcades. I've actually gotten 3 of these for review from New Wave Toys: the Food Fight, Missile Command, and Dragon's Lair with the mini stool. And gosh, they do a really amazing job with those things. This little mini MVS was just a cool pickup that I think I got on sale for Black Friday, and Cubert I actually purchased on sale as well. Alright guys, so here we go. I'm going to go into a little bit more of a raw tour than usual. Kind of just talking a little bit about things. I'll start right here with this Star Wars re-release, and this is actually the Marquee from the first release. I thought that it was way better than the quality of the one on the re-release, so my personal preference, I just transferred it over. And then as you go down, obviously I just swapped out the GRS yoke into this one. I mean, the yoke that it comes with is fine. You definitely just get more of the arcade style precision with this one. And of course it also has the coin door light up type, and the artwork goes all the way down the front, which looks really good. So again, if you saw my last one, my last tour, I actually was not planning on getting this Star Wars cab and had canceled my order and had a confirmation through Shop Hippo, but they sent it to me anyways, so I was just like, whatever. So I sold my other one and just decided to stick with this one since the side art and the front panel are way better. I'm not complaining. I mean, I technically didn't pay for it because I just sold my other one, so it's cool. I felt like the price point was a little bit too steep, but overall, it's not bad. Definitely, it's a must if you are a diehard Star Wars fan, in my opinion. So I would have had no problem shelling out $5.99 for this anyways, but which is what I did. So all right, so moving on over here, I want to hit this up because this is like kind of a hidden gem, I think. For one thing, it's a cocktail cab, and for another thing, the actual quality of the emulation on here is way better than on the actual stand-up 40th anniversary cab. And I can tell you because I've had both, and I ended up selling the 40th anniversary stand-up and got this one, and the whole lineup of games on here is the best lineup, hands down, in my opinion, for me. And the emulation on here is on point. So I don't know what the deal was with the other one, but maybe it was because it had online, and sometimes some of their emulation is funky when they have online, but I don't know. But I love how they light up underneath here, and obviously you can change colors. So lots of colors to choose from. Of course, I love the way the pink goes, and then you have the Miss Pac-Man side art on the side. So this is a really cool solution to cocktail cabs. This one was on sale for $2.99 or $3.99. I mean, normally they're like $6.99, so it's pretty steep. I don't know if it's worth that much, but $2.99 or $3.99 is like, okay. You get a really good lineup of games, good emulation, and obviously you get the nostalgia of a cocktail cabinet. Over here, the hated and loved Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Hated as in the arcade one-up version, lots of controversy. This is like more of a trophy cab to me. People talk about that all the time. It's a collector's item to me. Do I play it? Yes, absolutely. But I probably play more Capcom games on my big blue Capcom arcade over here. So there's a light-up coin door from Shelby Rats. He sells all kinds of different light-up kits. This is obviously a stock arcade one-up door, just with a USB connected light-up kit behind it. So super easy. And then these are Sanwa buttons, all Sanwa buttons. The joysticks are the stock joysticks. So, and then this Marquee, shout out to this ability. Marquee is really pretty, and it gives it more of that original vibe. So I like it. I like it. Then we have the big blue multicade cab, which I love this thing. It's so sweet. I actually broke the light bulb on the other side of the coin door, but I'll fix it later. Anyways, I really like this. I got it from Game Room Solutions, and it was a good price solution from Game Room Solutions. So, yeah. The Marquee, I want to change eventually, but I'm not like overly worried about it. Now this is hooked up to a PlayStation 4 and also a PC, an Optiplex 3050 Micro. So really cool option, about $1,200, $1,400 if you do a complete kit. And I mean, when you really think about it with what you're getting, this is well worth it if you want to slim down and get more of a real arcade feel, so to speak. Legends Ultimate, I got a good deal on this one off of OfferUp. And I could not figure out how to tackle the side art because I hate the stock side art. Now the front panel is easy, you just flip it around. But the side, I found this stuff on Walmart. If you guys haven't checked out my video on how to make your side panels look like this, I mean, you can do this on any one of your arcades, but I got this stuff off of Amazon for like 20 bucks. And then it really matches up with the rest of the kind of vibe that the cab has. And then I put this Tempest control panel overlay on and did some colors for the buttons there. Those are HAP buttons. And yeah, running CoinOps X. I really like it. And what's the point of having two multicades? Well, the point would be to have control options, and I'm all about control options. So I love spinners and spinner games, plus you have the trackball. So spinners, I'm huge on spinners, and I didn't want to mod this one out to have spinners, so since I got a really good deal on the Legends Ultimate, it was worth it. I had the extra buttons, you know, I basically just paid for the side art because I got the control panel overlay done for free. Then over here we have the legendary San Francisco Rush, the Rock Edition, and this is just a really cool piece. Obviously it's a fun racing game. I love the steering wheel feedback on this. It just has like that authentic kind of feel slash vibe to it, like you're steering something heavy. So it's cool. This CRT looks beautiful on it. This is a repro Marquee that I did, and all the side art as well I had to produce. And my friend Danny printed everything out. Underneath here, everything's in good order. I actually just refinished all of this stuff. You can see that black is like very fresh looking. But it's on free play, so easy to get in and out of. Everything's real clean. It's a little bit beat up in some spots, like on the corners, but it's clean. It's well put together. And it works really well. It works really well. The only issue I have is with the shifter. I think its second gear doesn't always work correctly, but that's something that's easily fixable. Next we have Tron with the awesome Tulsa Arcades S Panel. This is like a really good cab. Like, I don't care what anybody says. My opinion for myself and my collection is that it's a good cab and I like it. The likelihood of me ever getting an original is slim to none, unless I find one for a really good deal that is salvageable, because they're really hard to come by in good condition. And when I say good condition, I mean a little bit beat up. So it's a great cab. I love those games, very nostalgic. Same thing with Dragon's Lair. That scoreboard, the screen has super deep blacks and very clear picture. And obviously you get that Marquee that looks just like the original, obviously much smaller. That's one thing I would like to do with the Tron, is replace the Marquee, but I have not gotten around to that yet. And then I also have the Mod 1-Up waterfall control panel, which is a really beautiful piece of work that they did. The material is very nice. I like it a lot. And obviously the fact that you have it sloping up here gives it that more authentic look. And then another Shelby Rat's USB light up coin door kit. Very cool. Over here I have my Yoga Flame, which I used to have a Shinku, and oh man, the artwork on both of them is so good. And you know, I've been looking at this one for a long time and thinking, like, what is it that sets this one apart for me? And I think that one of the things that sets it apart for me is the trim. It really pops. And the Marquee. I love this Marquee. I love it. I don't know if you guys ever saw my Gen 1 Street Fighter, but I had that Marquee on it. Aside from that, nothing done to the control panel. This cab I actually got for free on accident and didn't have to return it. So it was kind of like a gift from the universe, I guess. But I wasn't gonna fight it. I was like, all right, cool. I put some black vinyl right here so that it goes all the way around. I didn't like having this stuff down here. Plus there was an Arcade 1-Up logo, which I didn't really want to have on there. So it worked out well. The bezel is obviously missing one of the characters, but I just don't really care. It's just a fun piece to have. And then Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is a national treasure. This thing is awesome. It was originally in a house fire, if you guys didn't know, and I picked it up from a guy for about 600 bucks, I think, somewhere around there. And the guts were good. The control panel was a little bit beat up, but believe it or not, this is the original plexi print that was on the control panel. So all I had to do was replace this and this, which I did myself, and then get new buttons. And I took apart the joystick and cleaned it. The joystick was in bad shape. So the cool thing about these old school machines, they're pretty much indestructible when it comes to their control panels. I printed out the rest of the stickers on my own and got the coin mechs working, and did some paint on the sides and did some sticker work, and yeah, I mean, it's a good cab. It's amazing. This is definitely one of the highlights of my collection. So anyways, that is kind of where I'm at right now. I did switch up the island here since the last time that I did a tour, and that was one of the other things I kind of wanted to point out. So I think I had Dragon's Lair in the island last time, and yeah, I switched it out, obviously, and I like the way that this looks a lot better. It's more even across the top. So it looks good. I think out of like all the cabs in here, the ones that get the most play are the Capcom Cab, Cocktail, Star Wars, and Legends Ultimate, and then these ones right here, DK, Dragon's Lair, and Tron. And out in the garage, probably the Neo Geo.